if you're going to count your calories, if you're going to go to that trouble, then shouldn't you only eat measured amounts of elemental foods? Like, shouldn't you only eat this amount of granular sugar and this amount of oil and, this amount of pure protein powder? I mean, how many calories do you know is in a burger? A hamburger? Well, you don't really know. One hamburger is not like another. And even if you had like a standardized burger bun, well, how do you know how much, sugar actually got in, or flour or whatever, got into the mix of that burger? So you didn't think of that. It might be quite wildly out of whack, and that would just throw your gains out the window if you didn't count every last calorie. So really, you should be eating in elemental units if you're going to calculate the calories properly. Then there's other things like how much of the calories go into producing heat for your body. So you'd have to really measure the temperature of your body constantly throughout the day and then contrast it with the surrounding temperature. So just, every few minutes you'd plug that into your app. Here's a tip for you. Make sure you're in an air-conditioned environment so the temperature is constant, and then that factors out, that makes it easier to calculate. And there's bound to be other things, like how do you know how much your gut biome is absorbing? See, you didn't think of that. That's why you're not getting your gains. See, if you don't take this into calculate, you've got to calculate every factor possible. Now, because you can't manage what you can't measure, and if you're not plugging it into an app, then it's not scientific. Like with someone like me, for example, I've managed to go from being fat and weak to being lean and muscular without counting calories. But I mean, that doesn't really count. You can't judge by mere results, can you? That's not scientific. You need scientific data, like all the scientific studies that prove that calorie counting works and that people who count calories get far better results than people like me. What were those studies again?